All right, we're back here at the Outboard Dad channel, here to help you have a better boating experience. Today, Orlando's coming back. He bought a used motor. He took my advice. I had a guy that had a 135 Optimax, same motor as his, and he bought it for all the parts. So not just for the motor mounts, because it was, you know, getting like $400 if you go new Mercury motor mounts and bolts and everything, never mind the labor. So he decided to buy that motor, take some stuff off of it. Today he's going to come with that motor. We're going to take some parts off of it and hopefully get everything we need to get him back on the water. Don't forget my used outboard motor buying guides for sale on Amazon for $20. Keep in mind, it is not an in-depth detailed of every outboard. It's just the basic tests you need to know when you're buying an outboard that most people don't do. I put this together personally because when I went to look at motors, I didn't want to forget the things that were major that I wanted to look at. So pick this up, it'll save you thousands, and for a limited time, if you send me an email at keith@outboarddad.com, I'm offering a free half-hour session over the phone, a $250 value to help you with a motor you're working on or a motor or a boat you're looking to purchase. So Orlando's going to be here any minute, and we'll get started on his Optimax. All right, let me get my...
Today I came ready with a bunch of questions, bro.
I'm ready. I hope I have good answers.
I think you will. Now, you see this unit?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this two unit. This one, the one that's in the boat.
Yep.
What other unit like this will fit that motor?
What do you mean, what other
Like
unit?
if I were to get another casing.
Mm-hmm. Why would you do that?
Just to get one better, you know.
Why?
That's just how I am.
Is it going to change anything?
Yeah.
So you have cheaper to have a welder weld that up.
Do you know anybody around?
Not personally, but there's welders around that will do that. There's a guy in Monroe over here that does welding. I think it's Monroe Welding, but I've never met him.
Yeah, because I would like to get a, you know, weld, actually both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Get them. I like things to be.
I know you like it to be right.
As close as possible.
Yep. It's not going to change anything on the water.
Oh,
how
no,
it works.
Of course not. But with the, I don't know. It kind of covers the propeller too.
It does help as a guard, yeah, because you're going to hit something again, right?
If you're going to hit something, might as well hit.
Rather break that off than break your prop.
That's why I want to put that one piece that I got here, even if it's 2 bolts.
Yeah.
If he hold down to that smack, and he didn't.
It's better than nothing, right?
Yes, indeed. Now, I will have to ask you for another question.
Uh-huh.
Where can I get one of those to get this engine out?
So I got this at Harbor Freight. It's just a steering wheel puller kit.
Right. That I know, but...
Just the eye bolt. You can get it at Home Depot or Lowe's. They have these.
Okay, so I will have to take a picture of that to see if
Mm-hmm.
I could... Because I need to go home and get this out. So
Yep. Well, I'm taking it out now, and we may take this engine block off. We'll see how far we have to go.
Now you got me confused. What do you mean engine block?
Well, we have to get those motor mounts out, right?
Yeah, but we took them out without taking the block out.
That's because we cut the bolts. We don't want to cut these bolts.
Are nice.
Yeah, watch your foot. Watch your foot.
I'm trying to be positive here.
Yeah. We don't want to break those bolts.
No. I
Right?
already loosened them up.
Yeah, but I don't know if they're going to come all the way out or not. That's what we're
the
going to
other
try.
side, correct.
We may have to take, we're definitely going to take the top motor mounts off, but it may be easier for you. What do you have at home? Do you have a shop or a?
No, I don't have a shop. I
So,
have a garage to put it in.
so it might be easier for you to have just the engine block and the midsection separate for storage.
I thought about the same thing.
You know?
Yeah. Well, like you said, we have to.
We'll evaluate it. We're a good team.
Well,
We'll
telling
figure
you
it out
right
together.
now, and the other thing that, if you don't mind, if we could check to see how many hours is in that one.
Yeah, we can do that.
You know, like, I'll get a history of
Yeah.
it. See what, we know the history of this one already. So.
Yep.
How many pounds is this, you think?
It's probably about 450 pounds.
So it's not a ton.
No, it's not a ton.
Okay.
It's not too bad.
You're going to get annoyed by me today.
What's that?
I got tons of questions.
Anytime. I'm ready.
All the question is, do you think you'll be all right to tow this with that in the back with this truck? You should be all right, right?
With the motor in there? Yeah. Yeah. This is pretty tough trucks.
Yeah, they are, yeah.
I used to use a Chevy Tahoe.
Yeah, it's about the same comparison.
I had a 99 Chevy Tahoe. I used to put 2 motors in the back of it.
Yeah, cool. A little bit of manpower. Something silly, but
Uh-oh.
he puked.
That's all right. Little oil never hurt anybody. So this one is still good.
What
So
I
I would
mean,
reuse this.
that one.
We'll look at it. Yep. But look at this. This power tilt and trim's like new.
No, dude, I went
This motor is nice.
I went there and I looked right away because, you know, I've been taking a few times in my life.
Uh-huh.
So I looked at the top, I looked at this and said, and the truth is, when you say what you say, I trust it.
Yeah, you got a lot of good I mean, the parts are so
Not
you know
just the
what?
part,
So let
it's
me
the
tell
whole
you,
motor.
Orlando, I love rebuilding motors.
Yeah,
I love making things new again, right?
getting back working. Yeah.
But the time it takes me, it's not worth it. I just had a
Yeah.
guy, this 250 horsepower. You see, I took the bolts out of the head.
Right?
He wants the engine block. I'm just going to part this out. I'm just going to take the parts off and sell the parts. I would love to rebuild it because I liked it, but the time it takes me
To do, yeah.
for the money that I make,
It's
not going to make enough back, you know? And so many people need parts to get their motor back running, and they don't have a spare motor
not
like
a
you,
spare.
you know?
Well, see, the thing I like this the most is something goes wrong with that it's not going to, right?
Yep.
But I have
You
a
got
whole
it.
unit
Yeah,
that
you
I
got
can
it.
just take that one off, put this one on, bring that one here. If it happens, right,
Yeah.
we could work on it while I still could go.
Why not? These are very sophisticated motors.
Everything is maintenance.
So there's a lot of things to go wrong. When they run nice, they run great. But when they start having problems, it gets very expensive. Let's see, let me take this out. So what I'm going to try and do is, I'm going to try and, I think what I'm going to do is get a block of wood and we're going to set this down and we're going to close the tailgate up here. I like the, just the direct injection motors that are just regular fuel injection because there's less to go wrong.
That's the hold on with that. Okay.
I'm still going to leave the lift on it. It just
Oh yeah.
plug here.
Yeah.
If you take this out, you can reprogram this computer and then make it a 150. This has already got plenty of horsepower.
I think for this boat, this is a good motor that is going to be.
This is one of the motors that when you start having problems, you have the spare parts.
Indeed.
You
No,
know.
and like I said, thank you because if you didn't think about that,
It just worked out, you know?
yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was a little. How would I say? Cause see, I'm depending on a Social Security check that is not much,
Uh-huh.
so I have to watch what I do.
You didn't get any insurance from the accident?
No.
Or any lawsuit or anything?
I'm still fighting for
Oh,
21
man.
years later. So it's.
So let's put that aside. You can take that all
Let
the
me
way
know
out.
when you have.
I'm going to take the bottom. Let's take these other bolts out first.
and like I said, I'm glad
So he
that-
gave you a wiring harness too.
Yes, came
Yeah.
with harness. Yeah. Do you think it's gonna turn on this side or not? No.
It should be 6 bolts, 3 on each side.
Yep, we're on this side. What, 5/8? No.
Yeah, I think it's 5/8.
Yeah, I should have brought my other box and you do one side and I do another side. I'm putting this bolt here so we know that.
Sounds good.
I think it would be best to lay it down like this.
So what we're going to do is we're going to get this off of here. Now you have this ready if you need it because it's already separated.
Separate.
Then we're going to take the bolts out of here, and this whole midsection should come off. Then we can get our motor mounts off. My whole goal is to get you running first,
To
so
get
you can
the-
use the boat.
Oh no, I gotta
Right.
put the motor mounts back. So
Yep.
it would be best to have
So
this
we'd
up.
do that first, get you running, so you can use it, and then we'll worry about other parts and stuff like that. And
No, we're not, but we're not thinking it because that's not gonna happen, right?
what's that? That's right.
I've been home all this couple of weekends and I'm like, you know, when you start itching, like
Oh yeah.
we went out there, not out there. We just went to by the beach and man, right away I got a burn.
Burn real
Man,
quick.
It was the other day. It was not sunny. It was cloudy too.
Yeah, that's when you get burned.
And
You
I
don't
think
realize
that
it.
That was the worst burn I ever had. Yep.